Good morning.
All right, I'm at the Starbucks. So we're on I-40 and we're in a platooning here, and I've noticed something. I had my I turned off traffic aware cruise control, or navigate on auto. I'm sorry, navigate on autopilot. I turned that off. I had my following distance set to like 3, and the car would the Constantina effect. We would slow from, as you can see here, where it's down to 67, 68, 69. I think the lead car is set to 70 miles an hour. And I would yo-yo. I mean, when I had it on 3, and it would, I saw 62 miles an hour one time, and then I've seen it speed all the way up to, I have it, the maximum set to 75. It would yo-yo quite badly. So I decided to set the following distance to 1. And when I set the following distance to 1, it's still doing a little bit of the yo-yoing or Constantina effect, but it's much better. It'll be interesting when we get to the stop to talk to the other drivers along the way to see if they were all using traffic aware cruise control, or if they were manually driving the car as far as holding the accelerator. So again, I'm the trailing car here. We're passing a slower moving car, and I've seen it slow down to as slow as 61 miles an hour, and speed all the way up to 75. And as you can see, and now we're down to 69. It's interesting. I do not know if this is a bunch of automation. That was me. I didn't mean to. They all got over. Let me. Autopilot was happy. It's going to take off on us. But anyway, it's interesting, the effect of being the last car in a line of vehicles. It's very interesting effect to watch the car. I wouldn't say struggle. I don't want to imply that, but the averaging thing, it isn't, there's something going on here. Maybe platooning isn't as easy as people thought. There might be some kind of algorithm change that you have to do that says, I want to platoon with the vehicle in front of me, and that enables all this type of stuff. It's going to be hard to say. Woo! Look at that VMW go! Caught that on video. Yeah, I don't know what's going. It's like I said, this platooning thing is a little bit of a interesting phenomenon that you get. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this. So we're doing 74. I think the lead car is set to 70 miles an hour. So now we're down to 72, and we're right on the car in the front. I've got the following distance set to 1. Now it's up to 73. It goes through these periods of yo-yoing where if something changes a little bit, I mean, probably, I should probably set my maximum speed to 80 so that it has full range to try to say, now it's speeding up, 74, 75, see? It actually probably would want to 76, so I'm gonna bump it up to 80. So now it has full range to try to stay up with the car in front. So it's slowing down to 72. Remember, I believe the car in front is set their speed control to 70. I believe that's what we're supposed to be doing. So now it's down to 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74. Now it's slowing down, 72, 71, 70, 69, 68. And then now it's speeding up to 69, 70, 71. All right, so that's with following distance set to 1. Now I'm gonna bump it down to, let's try 4 and see if it smooths it out any. I have tried chill. Chill didn't matter. I thought chill might slow the rapid acceleration to catch up. So what might be the key here, now that I've changed it to 80, is that it's maybe the 75. Now it's slowing down again. This is interesting. 68, 67. 68. I can't see the little bitty tiny screen on the Osmo, so I can't really tell if I'm getting the speedometer, which is why I'm calling out the numbers. So now it's speeding up, 72, 73, 74, 70, 74, 75, 74, 72. I think that the yo-yoing is actually worse with the following distance at higher values. If you use a tighter following distance, it doesn't yo-yo so much. So now it's slowing down. And now it's speeding back up again. Like I said, I don't know for a fact that the speed limit, now it's all the way up to 76. And so I guess I would say that bumping my speed up to 80 because it was worse at 75 when I was looking, had to shoot all the way up to 79. I don't know. Like I said, it will be interesting to see when we get to the restaurant what they had it set for. Maybe it was set for 75. I don't know. But I can tell you, when you're platooning, and I'm going on the assumption that all these cars will have traffic aware cruise control or autopilot on at this point, that the more cars that are platooning, the Constantini effect gets worse and worse. So here we go. I'm all the way up to 80 again. Now we're going to slow down. So I would say that setting the following distance to higher numbers makes it worse. So I'm going back down to 1, and let's see what it does. Now, of course, it sped up there because I cranked it down to 1, and we'll see. But this is one of those little phenomena. Like I said, it's almost like you've got to have a little more. The algorithm needs to take into account a little bit more a concept of platooning when you're following somebody, to probably try to average it out instead of this speeding up to 80, slowing down to 61. I've seen 61 miles an hour. So it's really it's a strange little thing. So there's a sign for touch a truck. And there, of course, is a house, the type of house Marianne always loves to see, the ones with the turrets. That one looks like it could use a little bit more renovation, but it looks like they're still working on it. Getting 133, I saw 134 kilowatts here at Wallace at the supercharger. That's a way cool wrap, Dennis. Way cool wrap. Yeah, I like that wrap.
Got a lot of chores to do. Yeah. I'll let you go.
Yeah.
Get it all done before you go again. So,
Yeah, I like that.
Fortunately, I do a lot of chores, so
Yeah.
I'm usually off the hook.
It's called honeydews. Yeah, that's what that is. That's right.
Safe travels.
So here at the Warsaw Supercharger, I'm embarrassed to tell you, I drove by this thing twice. The third time I finally figured out where it was. The navigation was a little weak. I said hello to Joe. Here's Dennis leaving in his wrapped Model 3. It's really pretty, kind of a purple plum color and kind of iridescent. Joe's here. Wendy, Rich. You know, a good turnout. I have to say we had a good turnout here today. It's a beautiful day. The weather hasn't been bad at all. So we're off to take the back roads to Warsaw. We're just going to take the back roads. I saw a sign that said Warsaw, and since we've done interstates, we're going to head to Warsaw. Alright. Well, we got lucky so far today. Hadn't had any trouble with rain, but we're on the way home, and I decided to, like I said, take the back way. Looks like we got into a little rain here just outside of Wallace on our way to Warsaw. There's 4 or 5 of us in this little caravan. Other folks decided they've seen enough interstate today already too, so they, you know, kind of take the back way home. That was a little autopilot fail there. She wanted to turn there, but that's probably because I got navigate on autopilot on. Let me turn navigate on autopilot off. She wanted to make that turn. I have home set for my navigation, and Ruby was trying to take me back to I-40, which of course, you know, most sane people would have done, but you know, I wanted to go home the long way. So anyway, that gives you an idea. We're basically paralleling the interstate here, coming into Rose Hill, North Carolina. You know, it's a dead straight road. You know, it's nice farmland out through here. I, again, never been here, so I thought do a little different this time.
All right, tell me what I missed.
You were missed for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, the people at the Touch a Truck, they needed kitten.
There are lots of kids, right?
Lots of kids.
Well, tell us what you did first, but
Well, basically,
you went to lunch at the Mad Boar.
Well, not quite. We met up at Starbucks, got there about 5 minutes to 10, and we left exactly at 10:30. We drove over to, as you say, the Mad Boar or the Supercharger.
So you started in Garner at the Starbucks,
Right.
drove to the Wallace NC Supercharger where the Mad Boar restaurant is.
Yeah, we got there like at 11:25, just like we had the schedule planned. Yep, all that was fine.
What'd you have for lunch?
I didn't. As soon as I got to the Supercharger, Zeb and I talked, and we decided that I decided that I should just head on over to the truck thing, because the Model 3 person had already left. And so I said, well, you know, I wasn't hungry because I had already ate breakfast, so, you know, it was only 11:30 for me. So I went on over to the truck place. It was the airport there, and oh man, they had big ladder truck fire engines. They had state trooper cars, ambulances. They had, you know, diesel trucks. They had everything, and it was free, and they had quite a turnout. Ruby was an absolute splash.
So did you, were you able to get the light show off without me?
I didn't have time to do the light show. I taught myself hoarse over there. There were so many people coming in and out. I never had like a big group.
Or a reason to try to get people to come over because they were already there.
Well, yeah, everybody just came over. I mean, it was in a very attracting attention with the falcon wing doors up, and it was right by the entrance. They had to walk right by. Everybody's kind of like, really, we're looking at the doors. You know, those doors go up, the eyebrows go up, and so yeah, everybody came over, asked what it was. Some people, the kids knew it was a Tesla. Several little kids knew it was a Tesla. Most of the adults didn't know, but I got a lot of people, asked a lot of questions. You know, how far, how long, how fast, do you like it? You know, and they were very impressed that, you know, she's got over 50,000 miles and the seats look so good. Nobody wanted white seats, but I explained it. Each one of us said, well, they clean really easy and they're not leather, and so that impressed the women. There were numerous women that were like you, Kitten. This is gonna be my next car.
Yeah.
The women like that car. And one guy says, it's not one of those cars. It was actually a police officer who came over at the end. He said, this is not one of those cars you wanted. If you don't want to be noticed, you would drive. I said, that's right. You only drive this car if you want to be noticed. I gave them my card, and they're gonna do a little bit better prep next time and make sure that we get there. And they definitely want a Model X to come back, because Ruby was a real hit.
So, but it would be next year again, sometime next year at that location. But I bet there's other locations.
Right. Well, they said that their Strawberry Festival's the first weekend in May, so they're going to go on and try to always make the second week, Saturday in May, be their day
for the touch-a-truck.
They had such a success turnout. They had the right venue. They had an airport, a little civil airport that they basically shut down, and they had like fields for people to park in, nice cut grass fields, so parking was not a problem. And they had food trucks and all that stuff. I had a hamburger over there, and so that was. You know, that was they well organized. They had porta potties, they had water, you know, everything.
So you had a good time over there, even though you're so just to be clear, we found out about this Touch-a-Truck event yesterday.
Right.
Zeb, the Triangle Tesla owner's president, they contacted him. He didn't have like any, they probably didn't know, and he didn't know until late. And of course they wanted an X, and of course we're known for being willing to show our X. So they, Zeb spoke to Dawn, and well, I thought you were going to get to eat lunch with the group inside in the air conditioning and then go over there, but I understand why you left now.
Right, and I stayed till they were packing up when I left over there. It went till 2 o'clock. That was part of the reason was because...
lunch ended and it ended.
Right.
There wouldn't have been any more representation.
That's
okay.
Right. And so I decided.
Well, you made the right choice to take Ruby over there and show her off to the kids, and that was a good ambassador reaching out to people about electric cars.
And then after the show, after the touch of truck, I drove back to the supercharger, and there was plenty of people. Joe was there, and Zeb was there. There's a lot of Tracy, a lot of guys. We talked while Ruby charged up. They kind of kept me company because people were starting to leave when I got back over there.
Sure. Lunch was breaking up.
That's right. They basically, lunch was all done. They came back over because they had a nice parking lot across the street at the supercharger. Several people were charging. I plugged Ruby in, and we talked while Ruby charged. And then I had said that going through Wallace, I had saw the sign to go to the back roads to Warsaw. I said, well, I've seen the interstate, so I'm gonna take the back roads to Warsaw. And Kendall and Joe and Tracy and Zeb and I think one other person decided they were going to do that also, and so we all platooned over
out of there,
right, and we went to the rest area over at Warsaw. We didn't go to the supercharger at Warsaw, and the supercharger at Warsaw is still working.
Sure, they just don't have it on the map.
Right. So we just went to the rest area there, which is really super convenient at Warsaw. Then.
Yeah, right.
And so we, took advantage of the facilities, and then we all jumped up on the I-40 and headed towards home. Most of the folks were trying to get home by 5 o'clock, which is what I did. I got home. Well, they had other evening plans. So I told them be home if those kinds of instructions.
Well, Johnny and I stayed to watch the end of the Sumo Bot competition. All 4 of our teams were 2 attempts and done.
Aww.
Yeah, it was a little sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we had fun, and Douglas and his family, his dad, and me and Johnny, we stayed until the end.
Right.
And we took videos and scrutinized other robots and networked with other people there and that sort of thing. And so that's why we didn't get home a lot before you. Right. Oh, sure. Because, we stayed up there, so... But it was a good day for us, even though we didn't, it's not all about the score you leave with. It's about the journey along the way.
Right.
And we certainly learned some things about how we need to do better next year, I think is what we learned.
Yeah, well, I made some videos on the drive over, and I made one video at the...
Touch a Truck?
Touch a Truck, and I made a couple of supercharger videos, so... I got you a little footage. A little footage.
Okay. Okay. Well, I better be able to see a fire engine in the Touch a Truck event. Did you video fire engines?
Let's not hold me to any particular standard or expectation. I'm in the van. Don went and gassed it up last night. Those are words I didn't want to have to say. I wanted to leave at 8:15. It's 8:23. We should still have enough time to get there. I hope I've got everything I need. I'm discombobulated a little bit this morning changing vehicles and purses and my life. My substitute phone navigation says 27 minutes to get there, 8:52 a.m. So that's good. So there's a family here today with a white Model 3. I miss Donnie and Ruby. Oh, all right, look at this cool poster one of the team members made. I love it. This is the official check-in table for weight, and make sure Bluetooth is off, and make sure the robot's not bigger than 10 inches by 10 inches. Johnny has had a problem with his robot where it doesn't push other robots off the table well, even though it's really big. So these guys are working with him a little bit on that. I'm out in the hallway taking just a minute for myself. It's been stressful so far today with lots of last minute changes. Normally, I don't let them change anything the day of the competition, but there's no motivation like seeing your robot not do something it's supposed to do with other kids that you haven't met before and then wanting to go fix it. So, and I have extra help here. I have dads that know coding, so it's not just me. But yeah, it's push and go right down to the last minute with last minute changes today. We're gonna have fun come competition time no matter what. So you can get a good feel for how many people are here today. Parents and other team members not competing are out there. The guys that are up first are on the stage, and other people are over there at the end of the stage behind the curtain getting their robots checked one more time for weight and height and what's used.
This is round 2.
Okay. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Oh, there he goes. Oh, no. Come on.
Oh, no. Oh. Oh, no, no. That is a bad connection there. Oh. Let's go, Joseph. This bot was really good against the other box when we were competing back at the school, so I would really like to see it do good here. Oh, no. No, no. If it's deadlocked for too long without any progress, they'll have to restart it.
Wow.
So they were deadlocked too long. They stopped the match and they've restarted. They're restarting round 2. Meanwhile, over there to the right, the elementary school kids have got some really cool stuff going on. Come on. Oh, not again. No. We noticed this bot back at school. It would get caught on the end of the table and not go down, which is useful. I guess to get pushed off is you gotta have to get it more from the side.
3.
Deadlock again. Whoa. See, sometimes the code can be a little too predictable, and so the same thing happens over and over. But that's a little bit of a different opening move. Oh! Turn. Oh, that other bot sees him. No, 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 no! Buddy. Oh no! Why did it do that?
Blue Panthers, come to Sumo.
Oh. I don't know why it wasn't doing that back in the before. This is another school. We're not involved in this match here. Wow, look at that low to ground. That guy was tough. All right.
Three, two,
Oh, come on, Johnny's bot.
Sumo.
Well, that's all right, Johnny. The referee will tell you what to do.
Brandon.
Johnny, the ref will let you know when the time is expired. Sorry, bud. And he lost. They did get stuck in that last round, but it was not a deadlock, and Johnny's bot did fall off. Come on, Johnny, take a good turn this time, buddy. Take a good turn. Come on, take a good turn, Johnny. Take a good turn. Oh, no. Oh. Sorry, buddy. I like that sportsmanship, Johnny. Good job, bud. None of our guys advanced to the second round. I'm a little bummed, but what can you do? We're here to have fun and learn, and we did accomplish both of those objectives. This is the robot that went up against Johnny's bot. Did so good. Now, we're in the third round, so you'll notice these bots, neither one of them is super big. And that one has a major plow, though. Wow, look at the little bot go.
There we
go.
Yeah.
Yay, Rubber Burner wins.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, Sumo!
You cooked it late. No, why are you spinning? No, spinning. Stop spinning. Yeah!
Aww.
2, 1, Sumo! He's giddy with excitement.
My goodness, that one is bouncing all over the place. But still, the quiet one is losing a little bit of ground. Does he have a color sensor on the back? I don't remember. Oh! Johnny and I stopped in at Walmart in Holly Springs on the way home from the event, and a nice family that was here looking when we got here said there are no Tesla Model 3s. They were looking for Volkswagen cars, and there have actually been quite a few lately. Just to say, this Walmart does have two different Greenworks lawnmowers. One's just regular push and one is self-propelled. They're both 40 volt systems. I know Don said for self-propelled he thought maybe 56 was better, but not having tried this one, we can't speak to it. But this store does have them and they're in stock even. I can't wait for an autonomous car to have to figure out this intersection. Donnie and Ruby are back from their adventure.
That's right, we got video it.
Yay! I like video. Video is good.
Yeah, got a little.
I was watching where you were.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know, I pulled up the app a couple times. Have you left the restaurant?
Wow.
Are you have you started home on I-40 yet?
Wow.
Yeah, it was convenient. It was convenient. This looks like a boy who's ready for a few minutes of rest, relaxation, and cars. I'm gonna take a nap and I'm gonna pull all of Don's footage and my footage off the camera cards while I do that. But Johnny's headed up to Taekwondo tonight for a rockin' sleepover. They have the kids over on the night before Mother's Day. So if, you know, moms want to go out, they have a chance to do that. Or if they want to sleep or put their feet up or watch a movie but anyway, so Johnny will be away overnight and back tomorrow morning.